Hey guys, hope you all are doing great. So I'm here again with another video. I'll be sharing with you the different types of employees accommodation in UAE or Dubai, as most of you out there will call it. So as you can see from the picture or the video, you see that UAE is a very lovely country. The country is so beautiful, not just by picture, but in real life is so beautiful, and the people of this wonderful country are so welcoming. Yeah, everything in UAE is fine except housing. Housing in UAE are so expensive, and because of that you are forced to share with other nationalities. Yeah, because you cannot afford a room all by yourself. It's not possible. Yeah, you can share with other nationalities or maybe people from your own home country. So talking about accommodation in UAE has different types of employees accommodation. Like this one you see, this is a high profile workers accommodation, and they also have accommodation for commoners, like the bed spaces and partitions. All right, so if you come to UAE and you are lucky enough to get a job with a good company and you sign your contract with them, they'll obviously provide you with a good accommodation and transportation for work. But if not, you are forced to look for your own accommodation by yourself. So for the bed space, when I was back home in my country, I used to ask questions like, what is a bed space? How does it look like? So as you can see, this is a bed space. With this one, it can take up to 10 people in one single room, and there are different types of bed spaces here in UAE. Most people will go for bed space because it is cheaper. Yeah, everybody can afford a bed space. No matter the kind of job you do or the kind of salary you earn, you can afford to pay a bed space. The only disadvantages with bed spaces is that bed spaces are somehow noisy. They can be really noisy sometimes, and crowded, and also messy because you have mixed nationalities and you cannot really control everybody. So for partitions, this is a single partition, and partitions are more expensive. Yeah, these are single partitions for one single person or for couples. Yeah, and we also have a partition for two people, like you can share with your colleague or with your friend. And even before you go for a partition, make sure you have a good salary that you'll be able to manage the partition, because partitions are expensive. No matter how small a partition is, it's expensive. You also have partition like for 4 people. This is common with company accommodations. If you have a job and you are giving a company accommodation, this is the kind of partitions you see inside. This is the kind of place accommodation you have. So with these partitions and bed spaces, they share common areas like the kitchen. You can see the kitchen is big enough to contain everybody. There are different cupboards to pack your personal belongings, like your foodstuff and so on and so forth. They also share their washroom together. They share their living room together. Their living rooms are always big enough to take everybody. And also, if there is a gym in the building, the gym is for everybody. Yeah, everybody is to share the gym. And talking about the high profile workers accommodation, with this type of accommodation in which you are going to see, it's a worker is given, an employee is given a single room, and in this room you have your private washroom, your kitchen and everything. As you can see, this is a high profile worker accommodation. Yeah, so with this one you don't have to share anything with anybody. So with this type, it should be a cabin crew, a pilot, and those kind of, yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and please don't forget to like, subscribe, and if possible share my video. I love you all one by one.